Hey y'all, how are ya? Just started. Okay. Yeah, I gotta tell you something. How are y'all today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We are going to be making a cemetery saddle using patriotic flowers. So patriotic season is coming up, honey. We got 4th of July, we have got Armed Forces Day, we have Memorial Day. All of those things are coming up very soon. Give me just a second to get my video tab pulled up so I can say hi to everyone. As you come into the video, drop your name down below and where you're watching from. We love to see. And if you're a new viewer, make sure you leave that down there as well. There I am. Hey Cindy, Karen, and Sherry. Let me close the door, y'all. Give me just a sec. Okay. Hey Linda, hey Patricia, Teresa, and Rose, and Joyce. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. If you guys just popped on, my name is Dylan with Designs by Dylan, and I come here every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock CST to do a wonderful video for Ellis Home and Garden because they have fabulous products. And not just florals, guys, but they have a massive greenhouse with tons of plants. I mean, tons. And if I ever need to buy something live for my house, my patio, honey, I come here because it's the best in town. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. It really is. So, hey Stephanie, hey Anita. Hey Marine, Miami, girl, I hope the weather's good there. It's like a thunderstorm outside. It's supposed to do that all day. Ever since we had that, like, I guess category 1 tornado when I was on vacation here in Longview for the first time, I think, ever, we have been getting like these spurts of bad thunderstorms like once a week, which is crazy because it never rains like that here in Texas, especially in the summer. It's kind of like a drought. So I'm hoping that this could be the last one of the season and then we could go back to normal, get some sunshine because it is pool weather after all. Hey Michelle, how are you? Thank you, Mary. Hey Burma and Nancy. Okay, y'all, so I have a group on my business page, Designs by Dylan. I have a monthly group called Dylan's Divas Monthly Design Group. And what I do is I really jump in deep, honey, on certain projects and give you guys the principles and elements of floral design. And one thing I focused on, you know, I think we've done 4 to 5 demonstrations on this in my group, is going to be cemetery saddles. I have so many questions about cemetery work because, you know, everyone has loved ones, unfortunately, that have passed on that are at the cemetery, and you like to do things for them to show that you care, show your love, and, you know, you make beautiful things, whether it's cemetery cones, cemetery saddles, you can make crosses. There's a variety of stuff that you can do to put at the cemetery. So I thought we would just make us a saddle today using some of these blue flowers, of course the staple when you do cemetery, which is leather leaf fern, and we're going to tie a beautiful bow out of this patriotic ribbon to put in the center of our saddle. And again, this is going to come over the top and kind of hang down. So I'll give you some tips and tricks as I go through this, but if you yourself are struggling with floral design and you'd like some more in-depth guidance, head on over to my website, DylanPalmerDesigns.com, and you can check out my link there to become a diva. It's $19.99 per month, and I would love to have you. Also, don't forget, guys, every single thing you see me using here today, from the styrofoam to the form to the flowers to the ribbon, you can find at ellishomeandgarden.com. The link is in the description. Every week, Ellis offers an item of the week, but this week it is 2 items, honey. We have got all the bushes on sale and all the rose bushes. So head on over to that website in the description and get yours today because it's on sale this week only. Oh, God, Patricia, if y'all hear it, there's a metal roof here. Thank you, Deborah, for sharing. There's a metal roof, so you can probably hear the rain, but it's already starting. I was hoping I could get home, but I don't see that happening, honey. So what has everybody been up to? Leave a comment. Let me know what you did last weekend, and if you have plans for what's coming up. Memorial Day weekend. Are you going to go to the lake with your family, have a cookout? There's always something fun going on. All right, so I'm going to use a standard piece of styrofoam, a 9-inch by 3-inch, but of course, if you want something large and over the top, then you could use a larger piece of foam. So what I'm going to do is put that foam on the table and then just add my base in. Just like that. Hey Allison, I'm in Longview, but just here for the video, and then I'm headed out. Nancy, do you see a lot of Department 56 when you do estate sales? You know, it's one of my favorite things that I collect, and I've always wondered if you see a big variety of those when going from estate sale to estate sale. Okay, so I'm going to use some Dixon pins. These are really commonly used in cemetery, and I'm just putting these on the bottom here just to hold my frame in place. And you know, 3 or 4 is probably plenty. Oh, Carol, I'm so jealous. You know, we went to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Tennessee, but I was there for a work trip and I had so much fun, and I just, you know, ran out of time to do everything I wanted. But one of the things Josh and I really wanted to do was go to Dollywood. So hopefully next time we're planning a trip back where we're not working and we have more time to just kind of be chill and go and explore and do many things, because in Tennessee, there is so much stuff to do. It's crazy. All right, I'm just gonna give these a little lift here so I have a little platform to work. Just like so. And now I'm ready to begin. Hey Denise, how are you? I'm here at Ellis in Longview just for the video, and then I'm headed out. So I don't work here full time anymore. Just on Tuesdays at 10 I'll do a video for you guys, but you can find me all the time on Facebook at Designs by Dylan. Okay, I'm gonna pull these little stoppers around where they go, and we're ready to go. First thing you wanna do is grab you some leather leaf fern. Now honey, if you don't have leather leaf, you could always use some lemon leaf spray, you could use some ficus. Any of things will suffice, but you can buy this on the website, which is in the description, ellishomeandgarden.com. Today. Oh, Mary. Oh, thank you, Nancy. You know, I'm not really a big fan of color. Y'all know I like black. But here lately, I don't know what's gotten into me. I bought a pastel pink shirt, a pastel blue shirt. I have this blue shirt that I've worn before, but not very often. I don't want to look like Blue's Clues. But I kind of like it. It's refreshing to see something different. So Mary's asking about my dogs. They're doing really well. I found a trick yesterday, which probably is not the best trick for them. But Josh had a plant, and I've told you this before, I'm sure, that he got at his grandmother's funeral. It was one of those house plants, and Stella has destroyed it. I mean, leaf by leaf, stalk by stalk, she has destroyed it. And, thank you, Nancy. And she even, was eating the roots out of it. So, I'm so sick of it because I have busted her butt, I have put her face in it and told her no, and she still continues to do it. Kind of like me, you know, I put my face in a salad and I still go back to hamburgers. But I put cayenne pepper in there, taught her a little lesson, honey, because when she stuck her face off in there yesterday, she got a hold of some of that pepper and it tore her up. So you know what? That's a little lesson, Stella. You need to stop chewing on things that don't belong to you. Oh, thank you all so much. Okay. So let's start out with this leather leaf fern, honey. Start at the end or the base of your saddle. Okay, so come on down here to the end and start out here. And we're gonna add this around the whole thing to create a skirting. And then once you have your skirting on, then you can go through and you can add in some more of your materials, which in this case happens to be this mixed blue bush. Now you want to make sure you glue every stem in so that way when you get into the cemetery there's always wind, because of course it is outdoor. But for the demonstration today I'm not going to glue it in. I'm just going to show you guys how to do it. Well, you got it, Mary Jane. Hey Amaryllis, how are you? Okay, same thing with the sides. Let's go through, create that awesome skirting. Just like that. So what's everybody watching on TV? I feel like we need to catch. And by the way, if you're wondering, I'm flying solo today. Dina is not able to be here. She works nights, you know, at Walmart. And she's got a busy schedule this week, so she had to take her time off to sleep in. And I told her, no worries, girl, I'll be getting some sleep too. So she's not with us today, it's just me. Hi, Bryn from Wisconsin, how are you? But what have y'all been watching? What did y'all think about the American Idol finale? I told y'all, Angela, I already watched it. It's on my list right here. I'm going to tell you about it in just a sec. I told y'all Lane was going to win. He had the complete package. He had the looks. He had the talent. He had the voice. He had the, you know, personality. He was a super sweet guy. It was his second year to audition, and he won. So, awesome. Congratulations to him. They were all good. Oh, thank you, Mary. He's crazy. I'm sure you saw my little picture last night on my Designs by Dylan page. He acts just like the dogs. He sits up on the couch and everything. Hey Diane, hey Carol. Just watched Act. I need to watch that. Okay, so here's kind of a picture or a preview of what our saddle looks like. Once you get that leather leaf fern on there, again, we were creating a skirting. That's probably not the correct word, but that's what I call it. And now you're going to take a bush of your choice. So this is Patriotic, but instead of doing your traditional red, white, and blue like you've seen me do in the past, or you might have done in the past, I'm going to use a mixture of blues. This is more on the manly side. Great for someone who's a veteran, Armed Forces Day, patriotic of any sort. Love this collection of blue. It's got roses, it's got daisies, it's got lilies. And then I'll go back through and add some patriotic ribbon to get that red in there that we're lacking because we don't have red in the stem. Betty, absolutely. So Betty's asking if she could use a form like this to kind of anchor over her mailbox. She absolutely can. Hi, Barbara from Oklahoma. How are you? How's the weather there? Okay, so let's cut these all apart. Okay, so back to shows. Someone said, Angela, she said, Denise, it probably would. Yes, you wouldn't anchor them down all the way, kind of leave them flat, and it should lay directly over the top of the casket. And these rubber tips on here on the legs, that'll keep it secure on the casket. Okay, so on Netflix, there's a couple shows that I have binge watched over the last couple weeks. One of them was called Dead to Me. It was just released. It has Christina Applegate, which she plays Kelly in Married with Children, which y'all know is one of my favorite ever sitcoms. They're only 30-minute episodes, though, 10 episodes, and I finished in, I think, a couple days. It was like on a Sunday, and Sundays are like my relaxing day. So check that out on Netflix. Another one is something different. It's called Pose. I can't even describe it. Okay, if you've watched Pose, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. I love it. Hey, Pam Wells. So those are a couple that I have been watching on Netflix, but I binged them. I'm done, and I need another good show to watch. So y'all leave me a recommendation down below. Because at night, when I get ready to go to bed, I like to sit there and watch a couple episodes of something. Hey, Donna. Hey, girl. Hey. Me too, Kim. It was so cool. Okay, so I cut all my stems apart, pull my saddle back over here. Wentworth, I've heard that's good. Thank you, Pam. Okay, so let's start with our saddle. Now, honey, we don't need a stem this tall. I mean, that would blow off with a gust of wind. So let's cut this down. And we're going to start directly here in the center of our saddle. And then work our way down. Now, this bush has a variety of stuff. We have daisies, we have roses, and we have lilies. So, honey, we don't want all the same thing in the same area. So let's just break these apart. So if you have a rose in the center, put something different right next to it. And then taper off each time that you go down. Hey, Tiffany, it's a saddle. Oh my gosh, absolutely, Ellen. I love it. Love it, love it. Stranger Things. The new season comes out July 4th. I can't wait to check it out. Oh, that's a good idea, Pam. For sure. Ooh, it is hot in here today. Hey, Wendy from Arkansas. How are you? All right. So we're just going to work our way on the other side now. I like to do one side at a time. Remember, I'm doing this for demonstration purposes, so therefore I'm not going to be gluing anything. But if you do this and you're going to put this out at the cemetery, make sure that you do glue it. Because again, a gust of wind, honey, and that'll be done. Letter Kenny. I have Hulu. I'll have to check it out. Wine Country. The movie. Isn't there a new movie called that? Versailles. Josh would love that. He likes anything that's set back, you know, in the times and all that. He loves that stuff. What'd you guys think of the Game of Thrones finale? I'm still pissed because they let Cersei die in that cave. She was so evil and so rude and so nasty. She deserved to be someone to kill her. Okay, I'm sorry to be morbid. I'm just saying. The way she treated people, and they let her die in a cave. Are you kidding? Hey, Allison, they are at the store, but not online. And yes, Denise, you can put this on a magazine. I've already seen every episode of Downton Abbey. I loved it. Hey, Doris, how are you? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this bad boy to the side like that, and then I'm going to keep inserting these in little by little. Remember, you want to taper down each time. Just like so. And remember, just alternate your stems so they're not all the same. Hey, Johnny, you should have received an email. If you haven't, if you'll send me a message, a private message or an email at designsbydylan@yahoo.com, I will take care of that as soon as I get done with the video. But I remember seeing your sign up, but we sent you an email. That has your confirmation in there. Donna, he sure did, honey. He can come over to my house and party. Okay. You can come over there too. Hey, Sheena. Okay, so we're just working our flowers down in here. Absolutely, Kathy. And I'm still adding. I'm going to kind of turn this so y'all can see what it looks like so far. Remember to alternate your stems. So this is a mixed bush. You want to mix them up and don't have the same thing next to each other. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Jan. Oh, 2 Jans in a row. Okay, girl, Allison, I'll put it on the counter and I'll put your name on it. So if you decide to get it, cool. If not, it's okay. Okay, so I'm just going to keep mixing these up throughout the whole bottom here or the base. Just working our way around. We don't, Vicky, not yet. Good morning, Dale. I think we might go to a friend's house at the pool. You know, that's my favorite kind of weekend or holiday, is to spend it by the pool, bring a lot of snacks, and just sit there and relax. So that's probably what we will end up doing if the weather permits. But you know, this weather's been crazy here, so I have no idea what's going to happen. Good morning, Arlene and Lisa. How are you? Hope you ladies are having a wonderful morning so far. Okay, I'm almost done with this side, and I'm going to turn this around to give you guys a look. So I finished one side. When I do my saddles, I like to do one side at a time. Just like when I do a double-sided arrangement, it just keeps me more focused and organized. So I would recommend doing one at a time. Okay, Nancy has a good question. She says, how can you adhere this to a headstone without glue? Okay, so at the bottom of this, these right here actually pull down and they clip right on the side of your saddle, on the top of your tombstone. But one, tip that I've learned over the years is that the wind is powerful, honey, and it will blow it away like a tornado. So to keep that from happening, take you some clear boxing tape, run this around the very top, up here the very top of your stone, and anchor these down to your stone. This tape is not going to affect it. It's not going to mess it up, leave any residue. Also, you can take your greenery right here, this leather leaf, and bend it down. It's going to hide all of your tape, so therefore you don't have any of that stuff visible. It kind of camouflages it. Good morning, Delia, Brenda, and Pat. So now that we've done one side, I'm going to turn this back around to the other. Before I begin, I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart. Remember, every week here at Ellis, they have an item of the week, but this week they're giving you 2 items. So all of the bushes, not just these blue, but any color you choose, along with the rose bushes, are all on sale, different prices, heavily discounted. It's a great time to stock up for the summer months. And the link to the description is in the link to the website is in the description, ellishomeandgarden.com. Hi, Josie. Welcome. Where are you watching from? Hi, Antonia. Zip ties would work too, guys. I always just have some boxing tape in my car just in case Josh gets on my nerves. I need not to put that over his mouth. Oh, Christy, okay, I think I saw the previews to that, and I was going to watch it the other day, but I haven't yet. So I will have to check it out, for sure. Okay, cut all this apart, so now I'm ready to begin. Now, if you have something, say it's all the same thing. Say you're using red roses for Mother's Day or something like that. The same technique applies, but you don't have to worry about mixing the flowers up because they're all going to be the same. Just, red roses. Awesome, Doors. I know, I'm glad they did that last week. Okay, so Janet's asking how many different flowers work best. I've done everything from a single flower to multiple. So it's really just your preference. Just be careful when you do a lot of flowers to make sure that you do mix them all up. Therefore, you have an even, distribution of them all over the entire arrangement. Oh, that's good, Pam. I need to call my friends and tell them I want to cook out. Meaning, I'm not cooking out. I want them to cook out. I'm going to come over there and chill. Hey, Catherine. I'm so glad, girl. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, I'm going to turn this so you guys can see so far what it looks like. I'm just adding in the other flowers. When you look from the top of this at the aerial view, you want everything to be evenly distributed on both the left and the right side. So keep that in mind. If you're making this, you get a little discouraged, just, stay calm, take a deep breath, honey, get a bottle of wine, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so Josie's asking where to find me. So you guys can find me on my business page, Designs by Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N, on Facebook. I also have a monthly design group. So like I said earlier, if you guys are struggling with floral design, you can head over to my website, DylanPalmerDesigns.com, and sign up to become a Dylan's Diva. So what that entails is I give you 2 to 3 live video demonstrations per week with I go very in depth on everything from floral arrangements, wreaths, cemetery work, weddings, everything. And then I give you 1 pre-recorded tutorial per month that is kind of edited and produced so that way it's easier for your viewing. And it's $19.99 per month. And again, you can cancel at any time. Hey Linda, I'm good. Hope you're doing well too. Okay. So I'm just going to keep adding. I'm going to turn it again so you guys can see the progress. I'm just kind of using my other side that I finished as my guide, and then I'm going back and forth from there. Well, Pam, where do you live, honey? Because I need to come over. Yes, I've got some divas watching. Hey, Delia, how are you? So, Sandy, in this case, I have 2 bushes that I cut up, but this happens to be a larger one. And this one has 24 individual stems versus like the usual 8. So I would usually use maybe 3 with 8 stems on it, but in this case, I cut up 2 bushes, but I probably will not use the whole entire thing. Okay. Hi, Dylan. Hey, Leslie, they sure are. You can get these on their website. I just made sure before we started, y'all, that everything I'm using can be found on the website. So if you're having trouble locating something, check it out. And today, they're all on sale. Ooh, I'm always on board, Pam. Okay. So, I'm going to turn it back around so you can see I kind of have a space right here. So just take 1 more of your flowers and kind of fill that in. I'm going to use another daisy. Good morning, Wanda from Atlanta. How are you? Alright, so now I have finished this portion, which is just the blue flowers. So there's kind of what it looks like from side to side. I used a 9" by 3" piece of styrofoam. Put that on there, used some Dixon pins to secure that onto our form. Then I created our shape using our mixture of blue flowers. Again, this is for Patriotic. And the reason I chose to do this versus your standard red, white, and blue is because this looks a little bit more realistic, and you can always bring in that seasonal aspect or that pop of color by using ribbon instead of your traditional floral. So you can use a different bush, add this in, you're gonna get that pop of red that you're lacking, you're gonna get that patriotic feel, and this is very masculine. So you could use this at the cemetery for someone who's a veteran, someone for Armed Forces Day, 4th of July, anything like that. Hi Ann, how are you? Hi Patricia. Okay, honey, let's get on and move on. I see why mine are so tall. Yeah, Betty, you want to make sure you leave your stem anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. That way you kind of have room to go back in here, add extra florals, add filler, add those fun things that you might want to add. If you cut them too short, everything's going to become too congested, and it's very hard once you do that to have room to put anything else in there without making it look cluttered. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Okay. So let's take the rest of that leatherleaf fern and add some of that in here. So when I do this, you got to cut this shorter. So what I do is I cut off the bottom 2 leaves. So I have some shorter pieces. And with this length, with just the 5 leaves on here, it makes it so much easier to add into the saddle. Thank you, Jackie. Hey Vicki, it probably would, but you want to take either some of that tape or zip tie, something like that to secure it, because most of the time your mailbox is kind of out in the middle and there's lots of wind, so just make sure you secure it. Paula, I used 2 bundles of the leatherleaf fern, which is again on the website, ellishomeandgarden.com. The link's in the description, and I used 2 bundles of the bushes. So now I'm just going to go through, add in some more pieces. I'm kind of giving it a little bend and just adding it in little by little. This is just gonna kind of fill in all of my spaces so you can kind of see there. Oh, that's awesome, Shauna. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, she just tagged my page, guys, Designs by Dylan. So if you're looking for it, you can click it there. Make sure you like it for me. And I come on there all the time and do lots of demonstrations. Also catch up with you guys when I'm not on my group. Okay, don't forget about the ends of your arrangements, and I'm not just meaning cemetery, but you want to make sure you kind of fill in all these spaces and holes the best you can. So I kind of just rotate mine around. If you had a Lazy Susan, this is what I tell people all the time, you could always prop one of your arrangements up on your Lazy Susan and do it that way. All right, so now I have filled in all of the spaces using that leather leaf. Yes, thank you, Teresa. Yeah, last week I did, every once in a while I like to just kind of do something fun. So I offered 6 days of lives on my monthly design group. So for 6 days in a row, every single day, we did a live, and we mainly focused on arrangements and centerpieces. So no wreaths, we've done, plenty of wreaths, and I love them. But I wanted to focus on arrangements because a lot of people struggle with that as far as placement, shape, size, color selection, floral selection, all of that. So I went over different varieties, different types of arrangements, and we covered all that last week in my group. So I had a great time too. I'm already planning one for just a fall kind of mini session for a week because there's so much to cover in fall that I gotta take advantage, honey, because it's one of my favorite seasons and it goes by so quick. Oh my gosh, Patricia, you are dying. Okay, if you guys need a funny show, she's talking about Schitt's Creek on Netflix. It is so funny. It's about this family who is rich and they aren't anymore, and they have to basically pick up their life and learn how to live like normal people. So it's really funny. It's on Netflix. Okay, so now let's make us a bow to go in the center of here. Again, this is what's going to bring out that red and that pop of color that we really need. So we're just going to tie us a hand-tied bow. So what I have is a pipe cleaner over here, and I have a little wooden pick also, a little 6-inch pick. Let me find some scissors. So when you tie a bow, I'm going to put this directly in the center of the saddle. You want to make sure you leave your loops longer because this still has to go down in there and stick into the foam. So if it's really short, it's going to be very hard to add it up in here. So we're going to leave our loops probably about, I'm going to leave the tail long too, probably about 12 inches in length, and just make you a bow to go directly in the center. Again, this is going to create that perfect pop of color. If you struggle with hand-tied bows, we do offer Pro Bow the Hand on the website, ellishomeandgarden.com, so you guys can find that on there. Hey Deborah, how are you? Yes, y'all, if you haven't watched it, it's hysterical. Okay, I'm going to do about 5 loops. Not too many, but just enough where I do have that pop of color. You could kind of replicate this concept by using use it as a centerpiece for your table. I mean, it's low enough where you can put it on the table and leave it while you eat and communicate with your family. Sometimes centerpieces are too high and you have to move it because you can't see the person across from you. Okay, so once we have our bow tied, I'm going to go ahead and fishtail the ends. And then I'm going to take one of those wooden picks, and I'm going to put this on there. If you have a pick machine, you could also pick this and insert it into the foam that way as well. And I haven't even told y'all my new obsession. Can we talk? Hey Emma, yes, absolutely. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, but if you are going to put this at your loved one's grave, please glue them in because that will help keep them secure. Good morning, Katie from Irving, Texas. It's right down the road from me. Thank you, Amanda. You make mine. Okay, so can we talk? My new obsession is a Instapot or a pressure cooker. If you have one, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. But someone told me about them, and then Josh's mom gifted us one, and so I thought, I can do this. It said you could cook chicken breast in 20 minutes. And I have made 2 different types of soup. I made spinach and chicken soup, and then yesterday I made chicken tortilla soup. I always make them on Mondays because you can throw it in the fridge, and then it's easy to, put in a bowl or a container for your lunch for the rest of the week. Saves you some money, and it took me 10 minutes to make each one of the soups. It was crazy. Thank you, Connie. I got my hair cut. It's kind of grown out now, but I told the guy I wanted it a little bit shorter. I came home and Josh told me it looked like I had an army haircut, like G.I. Jane. Okay. I was like, Josh, you're crazy. Oh, yeah. And the first thing everyone said was, be careful because of the steam. But I put a towel over the top and watched my hand, and everything was fine. Okay, so once you have your bow, come down here in the center of your saddle and pop her in. Now, don't just leave it on there like that now. You want to come through and work it around. Just like that. And move those longer tails kind of to the end. And now you have that pop of color for Patriotic season, red, white, and blue. Let's see. Really, Ellen? I'll have to try that out. Okay, so Linda Anderson, how does the air fryer work? Is it really good? Can you cook like chicken strips in it and they're crispy and french fries? I've heard that. I need to get one and try it. All right, so what I did, again, I just took a piece of ribbon. I tied a 5-loop bow using Patriotic ribbon, and that brought in that pop of red that I needed. It really contrasts well off of all of the blue, and it's been maybe 35, 40 minutes. We've created a saddle from start to finish. And there's so much more you can do to this if you wanted. You could take some baby's breath. You could take any type of white filler, lily of the valley, anything like that, some smaller daisies, and you could enhance this even more if you wanted to. You know, I always like to ball in a budget, as you do maybe too. So this right here would be perfect, beautiful saddle to go outside. But now that the item of the week is going to be all spring bushes and all rose bushes on ellishomeandgarden.com, you can pick tons of different things that correspond well with each other, add them all together, and then you get a great presentation and a great outcome at the end. Okay, I'm going to have to try, hey Deb, I'm going to have to try the air fryer. I've heard so much stuff about that, so I'm going to have to try it. Vicki, honestly, I've never tried. I have a friend who works at she owns a flower shop here in Longview, and for years, she's tried to get me to come over there and work for her. She does fresh flowers, and she said, just come play, I promise you'll like it, and I never have. I'm so used to artificials, and I love them because you can bend them, and you can shape them the way you want. And when you do live flowers, you don't have that advantage because it's a stem, and it will break. If you can always put a piece of wire on there and then kind of give it a slight bend, but it's not the same as working with artificials, and this is so easy. You can cut it and go, and there's a much more to it with live flowers. So maybe one day I'll take her up on her offer, go over there and check it out. I just haven't yet. Yes, air fryer. So if someone's watching that I know, I would like an air fryer for Christmas. Or my birthday's coming up in June, y'all, June 13th, so I need an air fryer. So if my mom's watching, air fryer. All right, guys. Well, I had so much fun today. We got that done quick. But again, you can always take just a simple selection of flowers and do wreaths. That's my favorite. Happy early birthday, Linda. Of course, Vicki. All right, guys. Well, Souls Vide. I'll have to try that out. Yes, I just hinted. All right, Allison, I'll put it up on the counter for you with your name on it. Therefore, it is yours. Ask Susan. She'll be the one at the design counter. Really, Susan? I'll have to check it out. Even if I just go over there to have fun and just play around, I'd like to try it once so I can say that I did it. All right, guys, I love you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and a fabulous Memorial Day weekend. Have fun. Spend it with your family. Honey, don't get too, don't drink too much and jump off the boat in the lake. Be careful. That's something that me and Josh would do. Just kidding. But anyway. All right, guys. Love you for watching. I'll see you next Tuesday at 10 with another fabulous video. Check me out on Facebook, Designs by Dylan. Everything you see in today's video is available at ellishomeandgarden.com. The link to the website is in the description of this video. If you guys will share this for me, I'd really appreciate it. All right, y'all have a great day. Love you for watching. And happy early birthday, Marie. Bye, guys.